Welcome to The Explainer. You know, if you're tuning in, you probably know that deep, incredibly frustrating feeling of dealing with easily irritated, prone to redness skin. Let's be real, I'm guessing you've got a whole graveyard of half-empty, wildly expensive serums just gathering dust under your bathroom sink right now. Well, I am so glad you're here. Today we're going to walk through a completely honest, super gentle guide to helping your skin look and feel its absolute best.
Let me just ask you a question. Friend to friend here. Have you ever tried to help your sensitive skin? Dropped literally hundreds of dollars on these wildly complicated routines, only to make your visible redness look 100 times angrier? You're just standing there in front of the mirror, holding some tiny $50 bottle, wondering why your face feels so warm and unhappy. Hey, if you're nodding right now, listen to me. You are not bad at this. You have just been sold a very specific, very frustrating cycle.
Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to the tragic angry skin cycle. It goes like this. Step 1, you notice some visible redness. Step 2, you panic buy some strong, heavily marketed active ingredient. Step 3, that product is just way too much for your easily irritated skin and it gets angry. And step 4? Well, you buy another serum to address the new redness. It's kind of hilarious in a dark way, but it is a terrible drain on our wallets. The truth is, reactive skin is very often just overprocessed skin.
Part 1. 4 causes of visible redness. A symptom, not a diagnosis.
Before you spend another dime, we really need to decode the actual reasons a face might look splotchy. Because just guessing with your money? Yeah, that doesn't work. The beauty aisle sells one serum for all of these, but never asks which one you actually have. The first, and honestly the most common cause, is a worn-down barrier. Just think of your skin like a brick wall that lost its mortar from us applying way too many products. Then, second is flushing. That's that warm rush you get from heat, spice, stress, or even wine. It just comes and goes. Third is a contact reaction. That's from something you applied, usually whatever your newest bottle is. And finally, if you have patches that persist, spread, itch, scale, or bleed, please step away from the cosmetic aisle and go see a clinician.
And this brilliantly illustrates a really sneaky difference. Flushing, that comes and goes completely on its own. But a contact reaction, that usually sits exactly where you applied a new product, very often triggered by fragrance. Here is the secret the industry totally hides. Literally, no cosmetic serum on the shelf is the answer for either of these specific triggers. For flushing, you just got to track your triggers, and for a contact reaction, you just stop using that new bottle. Simple as that.
Part 2. The 2-week subtraction, a completely free method.
So, this is a completely free, highly effective first step that the skincare industry absolutely never advertises, mostly because there is zero profit margin in it for them. For 14 days, you drop everything, I mean it, everything, except a gentle cleanser, a plain moisturizer, and your sunscreen. Now by day 5, your skin might look a little boring. But remember, doing less is not giving up. When you're used to your face stinging all the time, boring is simply what calm looks like. Then, on day 15, the end of the subtraction, you can slowly add just one thing back to see how your skin responds.
Part 3. Ingredients that actually help. What actually works?
Okay, so once that 2-week subtraction is over and your skin is calm, what do you actually look for on a label? So the crucial point is you want to defend it with supportive mortar ingredients rather than sanding it down with harsh stuff. Look for things like colloidal oatmeal, niacinamide at a nice gentle 4 to 5%, and ceramides with cholesterol to support the look and comfort of a happy barrier. On the flip side, walk right past fragrance, essential oils, denatured alcohol, menthol, and those harsh scrubs.
I absolutely love this rule of thumb. If it tingles, stings, or smells lovely, call it a suspect. We have all been trained to think a tingle means it's working, right? But for easily irritated skin, it's just unnecessary stress. Also, you got to be careful with labels. Unscented very often just means they added masking chemicals to hide other smells. What you really want, the real promise you're looking for, is the phrase fragrance-free.
Part 4. The PowerV approach, a barrier-first formula.
So if your visible redness is caused by that worn-down barrier we talked about, you might be looking for a gentle, dermatologist-tested pick. And this brings us to PowerV Skin. That's Power, the letter V, Skin. It's formulated specifically to act as that supportive mortar. It defends and seals the surface of the skin, keeping it looking calm and feeling super comfortable without relying on anything that sands or stings. It's completely fragrance and essential oil free. It uses 3 ceramides plus cholesterol. It's vegan, cleanly formulated, and completely skips the harsh exfoliating acids.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the science behind those ingredients.
In a 14-day ingredient-level study finding by Mibel Biochemistry, one of their key botanical actives showed a 91% barrier improvement. I mean, 91%. That is a massive difference in how the skin surface is supported, helping it look beautifully resilient.
And from that exact same Mibel Biochemistry ingredient-level study finding, they saw a 17.5% increase in hydration. Which makes total sense, because when your skin is prone to visible redness, keeping the surface looking and feeling deeply hydrated is basically the entire ballgame. It's all about comfort.
Part 5. Reclaim your skin story. You are not bad at this.
Let's move to and see how this builds our final point. I just want to reassure you, your skin is not difficult. You are not difficult. You just need to step off that endless cycle of buying harsh products. So are you ready to simplify your routine and finally give your skin the calm it deserves? Go get your completely free AI skin analysis at powervskin.com. Remember, it's super easy to miss, so make sure you put the V in there. That is power, the letter V, skin.com/pages/skincare-quiz. Reclaim your bathroom counter space, start your 2-week subtraction, and ask yourself, isn't it time your skincare routine finally brought you peace instead of panic?